How do you turn a plain canvas bag into something that is graced with your own handmade natural ink with your own calligraphy touch? Stick around to find out. In this video, I am combining my twin loves, which are natural ink making as well as calligraphy. I'm using Mangosteen fruit ink to create the ombre color effect for the bag. In a previous video, I've already talked about how to extract color from Mangosteen, so I'll link the video here if you want to watch the color extraction process. In this video, I will concentrate more on the dyeing process as well as take you on a walkthrough of creating the composition and calligraphy. Let's dive into the dyeing process first. I'll be immersing the bag into a tall glass container of Mangosteen ink. I folded the bag into 3 and clipped it at the top so that the clip can rest at the top of the bottle. If you've seen the previous video which I linked, I recommended not to place paper into the ink for longer than a minute so that your paper fibers do not disintegrate. But when you're working with fabric, this is not the case. I left the bag in the dye solution for longer than 48 hours because I had really wanted the fabric to soak in the dye. You can keep checking in once in a while to see if the fabric has absorbed the dye to the color intensity that you want. Leave it in longer if the color intensity is not yet to your preference. Once you're happy with the first stage, to get the ombre effect, I will be immersing the bag deeper into the dye. The bottom of the bag will be double immersed, which means that the color intensity is greater. And the middle of the bag will only be immersed once, so the shade is lighter. The top of the bag will not be immersed, so we will only see the original color of the bag. Now for this second part, I leave the bag in the dye solution for much less longer, only about a day. The timing may vary for you depending on the color intensity of the dye solution that you have created. Once I'm happy with the second stage of dyeing, I take the bag out and wring out the dye solution. Rinse the bag in a container of water. Then leave it out to air dry. Here's your ombre bag. Because we did a double immersion, you can see the ombre effect. The difference in color between the bottom and the top of the bag is smoother because in the middle there is a gradual increase in color. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It's time to do our calligraphy. Before you start lettering, iron the bag first so that it offers you as smooth a surface as possible, so that your strokes are going to be much easier to create. You may also wish to put something into the bag so that when you're doing your lettering, the ink does not seep to the fabric at the back. Now create calligraphy on all sorts of items like food, wood, and in this video, fabric. If you want to learn how to add your calligraphy to any material, check out my course called Materialigraphy. I will leave the link to the course in the description box. In the meantime, for this canvas bag, I'm using the Marabou textile pen in black. I'm lettering the 2 words, made strong. You and I, we may face difficulties, but we will always come through it because we are made strong. So I'm going to do a monoline and will later add in the thick and thin strokes using Faux Calligraphy. Let's start with the letter M. I add a flourish to the left stem of the letter M. I link the arches of the M to the right stem, which I extend downwards. I'm gonna leave it hanging here because it will be linked as a ligature to the word strong below, as you will see later on. Now you see me stretching the canvas with my fingers of my left hand. It's important to straighten out the fabric as much as possible so that your letters can be formed smoothly. The letter M is not connected to the rest of the letters in the word, but I have chosen to link the rest of the letters A, D, and E together. Now for the bottom word, strong. The stem of M in the word made is going to be used as a stem of T in the bottom word, strong. So I'm drawing my letter S to the left of the stem. I'll bring the stroke of F upwards, creating a crossbar and then forming a ligature with the next letter R. I then link the exit stroke of the next few letters O, N, and G together. For G, I create the descender loop and move it upwards to form a link to the upper word via E. The bottom part of the word strong looks a little bit empty, so I have chosen to extend the stem of the T into a loop that will intersect the descender loop of G so as to have a balanced composition. Next up, we will do the faux calligraphy. Determine where are your downstrokes and create a line beside that stroke. You will be filling in the spaces between the lines so as to create a contrast between thicker downstrokes and thinner upstrokes. Now we get to color, but in between the lines. You can go over your strokes to get as deep a color as you want. So now you have it, our fabric bag with a personalized color from natural mangosteen ink and your own calligraphy work. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you want to see more of in the future. Bye for now.